안녕하세요 여러분, 드로우앤드류입니다. 저는 현재 미국에 와 있는데요. 오늘 미국 MZ세대들에게 연봉에 대해서 한번 물어보도록 할게요. How old are you?
I am 29 years old, almost 31.
23.
I am 26.
I am 38 years old. I am 30 years old. I'm 30.
25. 25.
29.
I just turned 30. 26. 27.
What do you do for a living?
So technically, I'm a law clerk, which means I have just graduated law school and I'm waiting for my licensing results to officially become an attorney.
Could you make it short?
I'm going to be an attorney.
How much is your annual income?
Now I make around 64K, a little bit more than that.
I work in finance for strategy and operations. It's around 160,000.
I'm an actor. Maybe ballpark like 16K.
I'm a software engineer. 190.
I am the executive director of the Pacific Arts Movement, 125,000 a year.
And my occupation is HR. Over 70.
I work in advertising. I make 60,000.
I'm an engineer, consulting engineer. About 90,000.
I work at a startup. 115. I am a journalist and producer for TV here at WGN. I make around 80,000.
I'm a sophomore. 190.
Do you think that your gender or skin color or nationality affect your salary?
I think my current salary, no, but in the past it has.
Why do you think that way?
Just because my ethnic background, I am Latino, and usually a lot of the work I get is primarily in translating Spanish, so I would never get opportunities to do harder work, or people I think would underestimate my abilities. Which is why I really like, now that I'm going to be an attorney, I'm really excited because now I have the power and the title.
For right now, where I'm at right now, I don't believe so. But I think in the past, when in my previous jobs, it has definitely been a factor for me, especially when I'm in the for-profit areas that I've done before community work.
I think not in like an immediate sense of like me having a job, but I think in like a corporate structure, there are certain things that are like in place where people that are not white and male are kind of, we sometimes tend to get the short end of the stick, but I don't think in the immediate like sense of right now, it's not impacting my salary. For me personally, yeah.
No, I don't think so. Well, at my workplace, we do have a fair amount of women. There aren't that many non-white women, and there are a couple of non-white men. But generally, when I go to events and stuff, I'm generally a minority in those, and so I think that's a really big. There are a couple of like groups in like DC area that focus on trying to get more women in like the tech and defense, national security kind of space. So I think there are things that are happening to like, adjust or like make awareness of that, but it's still like a work in progress.
Okay.
I think there might be a little bit of bias being a woman, but I think I have a privilege that I don't have to worry about too much just being in America, so I don't think I'm affected as much as maybe other people are.
Well, I know there's a gender equality gap that still is happening. They keep paying women less than men. That needs to change. I know that that's still a thing. It just needs to stop. But so that's one thing. But for me being black, I'm black, and I hope not. I hope not. Because me being in HR, I understand.
Exactly.
Yes, we have diversity and inclusion and equal opportunity, and so we definitely take a look at that. And so the world is progressing, and so I would hope not.
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah.
How come?
I just feel like since I'm in medicine, it's such like a male-dominated field. I feel like a lot of people might not take me seriously because I'll be like the only female in the room or in the operating room or the clinic. So I feel like a lot of people prioritize a man's opinion, especially if it's like dominated by men. So sometimes I feel a little bit insecure about like being a woman in medicine, but I feel like it'll be all worth it at the end of the day.
No, I don't think it's gonna affect it because, for example, my boyfriend has the exact same job and he's gonna be making the exact same as me.
No, I haven't felt that in this company at all.
I think maybe in the beginning, I think I know other male counterparts that worked for the same company, started at the same time. They would just ask for more, like negotiation-wise. I know when like you can negotiate your starting salary, And I had a friend and he was just like, so how do I negotiate? And then the lady gave him like $70K more, just like off the bat, just for asking how do you negotiate.
Oh.
And so I didn't do that because I think a lot of other women are kind of more hesitant to ask for more. And so there's, from the very start, there is a big gap. But it's also, I think partially like if I had asked, maybe that would have been different. So I don't know if it has to do with gender or if it has to do with personality types. But yeah, I definitely see a lot of differences. I also see more opportunity to stand out because there's not a lot of women in a lot of the orgs that I've been in. And so I think it's easy to like everyone's kind of aware of you and what you're doing because you stand out, and so you can use that to your benefit as well.
Personally, in my own experiences, especially as a journalist, when you first start in TV, you kind of have to move around a lot and start in smaller cities and smaller towns in order to get up to, let's say, Chicago, which is number 3 in the nation for TV market size. I do have to think a little bit about who's, especially for on-air type jobs, you do have to think about what kind of community you're speaking to. And so previously in one of my first jobs, I used to report for a Nebraska station, and a lot of their viewership is very white. And so one of my thoughts that I have to think about while trying to take a job like that is, okay, can I relate to those people? Do they see me as reliable? So there are some thoughts that go into, I guess, applying for jobs or taking a job. But I wouldn't say salary-wise. Yeah.
It wouldn't matter.
It's more about just, do you have the grit to see your worth and advocate for yourself?
Yes, because in the US, if you are an immigrant, you either don't get hired at all or you have a really hard time finding a job. And when you start to work at the company, usually the starting salary is very low because you're an immigrant. So a lot of companies have a lot of leverage toward your position, so they can pay you very low to get like immigrant worker to work for them.
I never knew that.
Because you're lying. You're a part of that. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to my channel and my Instagram hashtag is.
네, 영상 재밌게 보셨나요? 이번에 길거리 인터뷰를 진행하면서 최대한 다양한 인종과 나이, 직업의 사람들을 담아보려고 노력했는데 이 영상 하나로 미국의 문화를 대변할 수는 없지만 그래도 다채로운 의견들을 들을 수 있어서 재밌었던 것 같아요. 저도 예전에 미국에서 외국인 신분으로 일했던 경험이 있는 사람으로서 공감도 많이 했고 그리고 다른 인종의 사람들 그리고 다른 업계에 일하는 사람들의 생각을 들을 수 있어서 흥미로웠습니다. 지금 생각해보니까 제가 미국에 있을 때 저 또한 소수자에 속한 사람이었잖아요. 그래서 나는 왜 아시아인으로 태어났을까? 아시안 중에서도 왜 한국이란 나라에서 태어났을까? 그런 나에게는 어떤 장점이 되고 어떤 단점이 될까? 그런 생각을 많이 했었거든요. 한국에서만 살다 보면 이런 생각을 하기 좀 쉽지 않은 것 같아요. 내 주변에 대부분의 사람들이 나와 비슷한 문화와 언어를 공유하면서 사는 사람들이니까요. 근데 미국은 다양한 인종, 다양한 문화를 가진 사람들이 모여 사는 나라잖아요. 그래서 그런지 다양성을 포용하는 자세를 느낄 수 있는 시간이었습니다. 미국이 흔히 기회의 땅 그리고 다양성을 포용하는 나라라고 많이들 생각하잖아요. 여러분들은 이번 인터뷰 영상을 보고 어떤 생각이 드셨나요? 내가 생각했던 것과 비슷하다 또는 미국 사람들은 이런 고민도 하는구나 하는 생각이 드셨나요? 여러분들의 다양한 의견과 생각들을 댓글로 남겨주시면 이번 콘텐츠가 더 다채로워질 것 같습니다. 그럼 저는 여기서 인사드리겠습니다. 지금까지 드로우앤드류였습니다.